Headed, no?
Headed.
Hey, wait, is Warren eating?
Yeah. What was it? Hey, bro, come on. This is that pre-bedtime snack, bro. Come on. You know he's on like 20 meals a day, brother.
Hey, them man are forever collecting gains, blood. You know what I mean? But while one's there, hey, once there, I've hit the record button, so we're rolling. Hey, big dog with the man, them, yeah. If you don't know, get to know. These are my boys, them, yeah. We're gonna chat 2-2 football chat. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, we'll bring some of this to you every week. You know what I mean? So, just to introduce everyone start with Bass and work your way around. Everyone just let them know who you are. You get me?
Bossy Bass, you decide.
Bossy Bass, you know. On my screen, I don't know how it is for you lot, but Wazza, you're next, so you introduce yourself.
Warren, aka London Athletic. Follow me on the IG. We're gonna take it worldwide. Liverpool fan, so up, you know.
Brother, Liverpool fans always doing too much, man. What's wrong with these? These men are always, brother. Hey, Mo, down to you in the bottom left. What you say to me?
It's Mo, aka Mojo, music lover. Follow me on the IG, the handle right there, MOJOTML United, my Man United fan. We're in the mud right now, but it's calm, it's nothing.
I didn't even have to add all of that mud stuff there. But we let it slide.
Bro, it's
we let it slide. That man always got an excuse. Hey, Billy, what you saying to me, brother?
You know, fam, I'm here.
Come on.
Millie.
Hey, who you repping today, bro?
What you say?
Who you repping today?
Yeah, the painful team right now, Arsenal.
Yeah, I had to ask because sometimes you switch between Man City and Arsenal, so I'm not too sure.
Yo, you know the second team's not performing.
Yeah, the second team's not performing.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Hey,
listen,
dual membership, you know.
I just want peace in my life and happiness. I've been unhappy as long.
Arsenal from that boy from what day? You can't talk about Man City ever.
Nah. But he's got the kit though. He's got the kit, so you got to watch out for him, bro.
Bro, why are you beating me up like that?
But no, wait. How did you get? I swear, Palmer gave man the kit. So
yeah.
So
it's family. It's a family thing.
It's
man
a family
from
thing.
The man himself. So
Cole Palmer gave him the kit so he can get away with that one. You get what I'm saying?
All right.
But yeah, just to kick things off. Actually, I didn't even put this in the notes earlier, but just to the Liverpool man, how are we feeling about the Champions League exit? I know it was unexpected because I know you man thought you was doing the quadruple or the quadruple or whatever you want to call it. So
it wasn't unexpected. You know? It wasn't unexpected. You got to remember that first leg, we absorbed so much pressure. Yeah, so there's no way we went into the second leg with mad confidence because we didn't know how he was going to set up. He set up differently, and I was proud of the way he set up. Like we was attacking more. If you compare that to the first leg, if we approached the first leg like we did the second leg, I reckon we would have went through. Because we only lost on penalties, didn't it? We took them all the way. So it was a bit unlucky. Konate missed that when he was defending. He couldn't get to the ball before Dembele.
Yeah, the goal was a bit of a scramble, wasn't it? Yeah, Konate got it there and he couldn't clear it properly.
But over the two legs, I'd say the better team went through 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100. Because that first leg, us in the first leg. I don't know how we got away with a 1-0.
Yeah.
We put out on the first leg, and that kind of put the fear a little bit in us for the second leg, and it was like we played well, but like Baz said, it's still, you know, because Champions League's meant to be our thing, innit? Like, you know, we were supposed to do Champions League.
I knew it was coming. I knew it
was coming.
Real Madrid aside, Liverpool was supposed to do this Champions League thing, yeah? So, as much as I was like, you know what, I said, I'm all right. Bruv, I was up. At the moment when, you know what I mean, it was over, I was like, these men are celebrating in our backyard. It's not something I'm used to in Champions League.
Yeah, what Hakimi did was mad.
Yeah. Hakimi
do
putting
the
the
thing at home,
flag
you know,
on the centre spot was crazy.
I've never seen Anfield where the fans seem to be putting our players off. I've never ever witnessed that, and I feel that happened with the penalties because we took the penalties where the PSG fans were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and they were going in like,
Yeah,
you'd think it was haircut.
Brother,
Yeah, it was
He
mad.
didn't come to lose.
no, you can't play with PSG Ultras, you know.
Oh, no
He
way.
didn't come to lose, bro.
Brother, I
Did
butt them
not
at the
come to lose.
A2 one time, yeah, when I was filling up when they were playing the Arsenal game, yeah. It was this season, and I was at the petrol
Yeah.
station, and I butt the Ultras Billy there. You remember what I told you? And they were just
Yeah,
moving mad.
yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
did not want to let them know I was a gooner, fam, because I felt like they were
Well, you
just
weren't trying to
mad.
lean on them, no? You weren't trying to lean on them, no?
Brother, no way. I thought they were gonna mash work. These man are legendary shit housery. Like, they're not to be played with. You get
Mad.
me? Like, it's not to be played with. Like, I can't lie. When the Liverpool game, when it went to pens, I thought you lot was gonna go through. Like, at the beginning of the tie, I was hoping that you lot didn't go through, and PSG. No, not hoping. I thought PSG was gonna beat you lot because they're so
Yeah.
in form. Like, they are literally in form.
Yeah.
And then when you lot hanged on for 1-0 at home, and then away at 1-0, and you got the 1-0 away win, I was like, bro, these men are gonna do it, you know, because like, that's good. You're going back to back to Anfield now, where you rarely lose at Anfield, and then, you know what I mean. You never know, you might nick a 1-0 Salah, but Salah didn't really turn up.
You know what it is? It's
No.
Mendes. Mendes had him. That's all I
Locked him
can say.
down.
I just want to buy Mendes summer and bring him to Anfield.
Yeah,
Yeah. You messaged me. You literally messaged me and said, "This is our next fullback." I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna argue with you.
Who, Mendes?
He clamped Salah down. If you look at Salah's, don't mind his performances, but look at his stats.
Yeah.
And you know, you've seen the list of where he's gone and scored. The only team he's not assisted or scored against all season is Forest.
Yeah.
You know how mad that is?
But that makes you think, though, when he doesn't perform, Liverpool are shockingly bad.
Is it that over
That's what you
reliance?
tried to do there. I segued you in it. I literally alley-ooped that one up to you. I threw it up.
Yeah, man, set me up. But it just makes you wonder because
I set you up lovely. Little reverse pass in there.
Shockingly,
Like
you know.
that.
That's just shockingly bad.
no, not shockingly bad, but
I know.
They,
I heard it.
they're not shockingly bad, but I feel like when Salah doesn't make the team tick, the rest don't really turn up. Like, there's no one else to really carry the team on their back. Like, you don't think, like, obviously, like, Darwin, like, misses a lot of chances. And the thing is, Darwin, with the chances he gets, would make your games so much, like, easier in a sense.
And the pace he's got, bruv.
Yeah, it's mad. But he misses.
Leave a man for dead.
Yeah, but he misses so many chances, and then it's like...
Personally, and I know Wazza don't agree with me, I think he should have started that game. And if he had started that game, he wouldn't be on there to take penalties.
Yeah, because he would have got taken off. Yeah.
And we would have had Jota.
Alright.
Jota would have been taking penalties.
He's a striker. He's supposed to do that.
Yeah.
No, he's a
moment.
striker, but he's not a proper number 9, as Wazza keeps telling me. That he's not a Liverpool number 9. If you go back in history, he's not a Liverpool number 9. I've defended him.
Number 9, then you're going football. Anyway, cuz.
That's a big fact, you know. Yeah, that's a big fact. I'm seeing a lot of talk about that now, comparing the errors and the stages and the level of number 9s. They're not out there. They're not there no more, bro.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. There's only a handful of real strikers out there, like, right now. And the thing is, to get them from their club, you're gonna pay a big dollar. Like, you think Isak, everyone's linked that. Not everyone, mainly Arsenal and Liverpool are linked with Isak, but you just know that they're gonna spend the best part of 130 million to get him. Either club that goes for him, they're gonna spend in that region. Do you get what I mean? So, and that's for a proven striker in the Prem. So there's not much out there, and if you're gonna go out there and get it, you're gonna spend big bread on it. Do you get me? So it's mad. Like, it's a tough time in that sense in the striker hunt.
You know, got that bread on it. You got 300 M's.
That's the talk. And listen, you know what? I didn't really have that down on my
I heard
my
him
top
say
8
that
list.
earlier, yeah, and I was scouring the net to find out where this is, because
Yeah, no, it's on. Like, you know what's mad? The 300 million thing, I would never normally buy into, like, just like the rumors and that, but it's certain like, journalists are breaking it. Do you get what I mean? And they're very trusted. Do you get what I mean? But I feel like they're already talking about. I see on YouTube that they're already trying to secure the Bruno Guimaraes deal and the Zubimendi deal, which, you know, like, hopefully that'll be, like, straight in the summer. We get that over the line. Like, quick, summer comes, boom, transfer window open comes, and we get those two players.
But don't you feel
striker though, bro?
Let me ask you a question, yeah, because I feel like this is some deja vu. Arsenal. There was a time, funnily enough, when Arsenal were crying out for a DM. Had all these attacking midfielders like Cazorla, and then they had Wilshere, and then they had Ozil. They were crying out for DM, but at the time, Arsenal kept on signing these attacking midfielders. Fast forward now a decade, and now we're talking about Arsenal needing a number 9. But you just mentioned Bruno Mares, who's at Newcastle, and Zubimendi, who's at Real Sociedad. When I feel like your midfield patterned, I don't feel like the need. Maybe that's a secondary signing.
Yeah.
Why Arsenal are now saying that they've wrapped up deals for midfielders? And obviously, don't forget about the wonder kid Wanyeri. Shout out to Strives, yeah.
You just had to do it, didn't you?
Yeah. No, but these lot were arguing about this earlier. I missed it. I don't know what was going on, but I caught the back end of it. Yeah.
So, with all these blessed midfielders you got, the idea that you're now going to go and buy another couple of central midfielders, to me, it don't make, before a number 9, I mean, it don't make sense. Even if you got 300 million, know what you need first, and go and buy the pretty stuff afterwards.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like they've identified those targets because you think, obviously, Jorginho's going, and obviously they're looking to get rid of Partey, innit? So,
okay, yeah.
so
That's two men gone.
That's
they
2
need
men
the
gone.
bodies there.
So I lie. You need to bring 2 straight in. So Zubimendi and Bruno Guimaraes, but they also have their striker targets anyway. So it's not like they're just the ones that I've seen that they're talking about that he's trying to wrap up early doors. Like they're talking about that now. Like he's in contact with the clubs and trying to get that like sorted. So straight as transfer window opens, we know what we're doing. Which is like we've not had that at Arsenal for a minute. Like normally we're linked, and then Edu that drags his feet and now you know what I mean, and then Tutu's you see he's cooking up a barbecue and we don't know whether he's he's done what he needs to do or not. So I'm just like grateful that maybe like there are 2 players that we definitely do need, and I'm happy that they're getting it done early, and maybe if they get that done early it lets them really focus on the striking options. Do you get what I mean?
You know,
Probably
you say that, Doug, though. You say that, but then I kind of disagree because I feel that when I'm thinking of Jesus, Zinchenko, and Rice, and to name a few others, yeah. When it was known that was gonna go get them, there weren't no messing. Like it was going in and get them. Like it was documented that these players were the players that you lot wanted. The only one that took long was Rice. And that's because obviously the financials and other clubs who you could say maybe were interested. As soon as they figured out how much West Ham wanted, they said, "Nah, safe. See you later." It was only Arsenal that progressed. But anyone else that you've bought over the past couple seasons, I haven't felt as watching even as a football fan that it's been a surprise. They said they wanted my man. They went and got my man. Maybe Raheem Sterling, to think of it if I deep it, might have been a little shock. But everyone else, I felt that they were targeted. They looked at, knew they wanted them, patterned, went and got them. No hesitation.
But it took
the Bruno one's, is it? The Bruno one's been there.
Yeah, we'll say that again.
True.
The Bruno one's been there for like maybe a season and a bit.
Yeah, they have.
True.
They've
been flirting with that one.
Yeah, but then you got to think. You say that though, but then you look at the Mudryk deal. Look how long that took, and then it never happened.
Oh yeah, he was
Look at
man.
Moreno started the season. Getting Moreno in, that took forever. Like it wasn't like we just like we was linked with him for time. Like not linked with him, but they were negotiating that for like
beginning of the summer. They wanted him. Yeah, I remember seeing the name still. I remember seeing the name online.
Ramsdale took long. Like there's been bare deals that have taken long. Like they establish it, but then it's going back and forth, and it drags on, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, are they coming for the medical or not? Like you know, like you look at how City bought Marouche, Mama Marouche.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've not
messing.
Only signing we've had like that, yeah, has been Hazard. Not Hazard. Havertz. I know.
Allegiances real quick.
But that has been.
He's really been supporting.
That was really daydreaming, you know. Yeah, nah, but that has been the only one when you really deep it, where they went in 65 million, boom, straight on the table, bang, he's there. Like before you could blink or have any criticism for the deal, he was already in Arsenal colours. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's not many really deals
Chelsea like to take your money, though, innit?
Yeah, they love it.
Obviously, love to take Arsenal's money, boy. Like, I don't know what's going on, what kind of deal you lot got where you lot take their trash and put them in your starting 11 and make out that you're going to go and win something. Personally,
Wait.
I've
How
seen
much
it do
trash
it.
are we talking about,
There's
though? Because
enough,
I
man,
think
you've done as well, you know.
only
But
only David Luiz, you know. I can't think who else. Obviously,
Petr Cech.
huh?
Petr Cech.
Jorginho.
Petr Cech won us at FA
Jorginho.
Cup.
I mean,
Come
you
on,
can
man.
go back.
Petr Cech.
What could
Yeah.
you go back?
Havertz.
David
Sterling.
Yeah.
5 already, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, beggars can't be
5.
choosers, you know.
Yeah. Tell him.
That's 5 trash, man, that you brought in from...
Havertz
No,
ain't
the
been
worst
trash
thing
though.
is,
Don't
yeah.
let's give
Yo.
Havertz a break, man. Havertz ain't been trash.
I'll be
He's
perfectly
the
honest.
highest
I think
paid
we can
player,
all
bro.
admit this. Yeah, you see when Havertz first come in, yeah, there was this undeciding where he's gonna play, and he had a couple of stinkers. But I don't know what happened on the training pitch, whether it was the communications with the other players around him or just the training staff. When it clicked, yeah, Havertz was moving mad. It looks like a stroke of genius. It actually looked sick, and it had you thinking, "Raw, so what? Is Arteta can do this?"
Yeah.
But you come into this season and
Oh,
you're like,
but Mo, you got to remember he was doing that for Germany.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, it's true. But then it begs the question of, so what's happened this season? How come?
But Havertz has been alright this season. But what's happened is that like the team's been disjointed. When you think about it, like Odegaard went out in towards the end of last year, like not in as in like around October times. He was out for like what 8 weeks or something. Like the team's been disjointed. The yellow cards and the sending offs don't help. Like you think like, do you know what I mean? Then you had Saka out. Then you had Martinelli out. Like. And then now Havertz is out. So and then Jesus was out. Like, do you get what I mean? So the team just hasn't had to like been able to pick up a head of steam in it. Do you get what I mean in that sense? Like,
What you saying? So you said now your team's got the violins out now because you suffered some injuries.
no, not even. Nah.
But
But you
this
remember,
is out,
I'm
that
not.
is out. So
I'm not. No.
You playing the violin. The violin's out now as well.
Hey.
Yellow cards and red
I
cards.
swear you man had the violins out last season though.
Allow it.
But I'm not blaming. No, but remember, I'm not looking for sympathy. Like I'm establishing what it is, and that is what it is. Like at the end of the day, unlike some, I can just look at what's happening. You know, like other fans might get upset and Arteta out and do this and rare. I just look at it like I've been the analogy I've been giving it to man them is like it's like stocks.
The voice.
Stocks get bullish and then they have a pullback. Do you get what I mean? But the trajectory is always up, innit? And that's how I'm looking at Arsenal. The trajectory is up, but we're having a pullback. We're going into a little bearish moment, and then it will hit like a little foundation and go back up again because, like, and
Does it go back up for you though? Does it go back up though?
Good question. It has to come good for them next season. It has to, because if it don't, there's teams lurking.
Yeah, but this is the thing though. This is what I find funny is because everyone always is saying it has to for them. Like when it weren't working out for Klopp, let's say Klopp in the time of winning it against City, won it once. There was never pressure to say he has to do it the next season or he has to do it the next season. The fact that he was always pushing City to the end was the fans were happy. I never once heard you lot say Klopp needs to leave.
No, let me say something. The reason why people were saying that about Arteta, this season was the season, was because Pep his team's not functioning like it used to right now, and we lost Klopp, innit? So that's why they say this season was your opportunity to take it and grab it.
But nothing is ever guaranteed. You could say that at the start of the season, but no one knew that Pep City was going to be poor. Let's put it that way. No one knew City was going to be poor till they were poor, and then till it got to a point where they didn't start poor never. They didn't start poor. And they didn't start poor. And the thing is, no one knew they were going to be poor. And two, by the time City were poor, like Liverpool were ahead at the top of the table, where Slot was, I think you'd only lost one game to Nottingham Forest, and we was having problems and red cards and like the Brighton game. So nothing in football is guaranteed. For anyone to say, "Oh, it is their season to win it and they have to win it," that's not football. Come on, let's be realistic. Like that's like us saying when City. What's that about? You lot have to win it. Yeah. Because you lot sit there and say you're the greatest team in the world.
I heard him say it because it's on record.
You man sit there and say you're the greatest team in the world. I don't ever sit here and say we're the greatest team in the world. I remember when you lot won the Super Cup and you lot won what you lot was winning, man, we're all out here. I got footage Chris Dixon coming and meeting me, Dicko coming and meeting me at the barbers, pulling up to the champion. You'll never walk alone music, you know. Come out the car dancing, saying we're the greatest team in the world. So if you're
yeah,
the
but
greatest,
there's a big difference, dog, that
Yeah.
you're missing. That year Liverpool done that. They were by far the best team
yeah,
around.
100%.
No one came close to them. If we was to win the Premier League this year, we're not good. We haven't been good.
And that's by your own players' admissions as well.
Yeah, but
They're not good as they were.
that's by our admission. But then sometimes you're allowed that. Like, this is the thing. I could look at what's happened this season and accept the fact that it wasn't gonna be our season. Do you get what I'm saying? And not have to throw anybody under the bus and blame anyone or find reason. You can see everyone can see what's happened. Red cards, injuries. You can all see it. So
no, pull it back. The strike, not getting it. I'll be perfectly honest, and it's gutting that Strives ain't here, yeah. But the one thing he did cool from very early in the summer, which kind of annoyed me because I wanted him to keep walking with chest as he was last season, yeah, is he was disappointed from early. You lot did not go by your striker. The minute he saw that no striker was coming through the door, he said, "Nah, they've. This was the perfect opportunity to capitalize because we done well last season. We came quite close, slipped off a bit. But if we had a 30 striker, and it weren't just Strive saying it, everyone in our group was saying it, pundits were saying it. No matter what kind of pundit you were, no matter what fun channel you had, the Gary Nevilles, everyone was saying it is so clear. All Arsenal need is the striker. Get your striker like a 30 gunman, not a Jesus who's some makeshift striker who's never done like 20 plus or 30 plus goals in a season. Go sign your 30 striker, and you lot are probably gonna cook.
Yeah.
And the club let you down in that aspect.
What you're saying there is exactly what Wazza was saying about Liverpool. He said the same thing, and we never done it.
But this is the thing, though. But I also think, from a Liverpool point of view and an Arsenal point of view, they felt at the start of the season they had enough. Like, you think, like, all right, Liverpool started the start of the season, yeah, with Darwin Núñez, Diego Jota, Luis, yeah, and Salah, right?
Yeah.
Right? And Salah, right? And Gakpo.
Gakpo.
That's 5 attacking players that can play along the front line, yeah? Good attacking players, yeah? So why would they go out and buy another striker? Because they're going to start the season and think they've got enough. Same like Arsenal. Arsenal started the season with Trossard, Martinelli, Saka, Havertz, and Jesus, yeah? So they started the season with 5 attackers, yeah? Right? We didn't know Ranieri was going to break through at the time. That would have made it 6, yeah? But they started the season with 5 attackers that he probably thought that if I can get Martinelli on form and I can get Saka on form, Trossard and them man can come in and do their bits. We got Havertz plus we got Jesus. They started the season thinking they had enough. Do you get what I'm saying? And maybe felt like they didn't want to disrupt that. Plus, they might have been a plan for the next season to not spend, to then be able to spend big. Do you get what I'm saying? So one thing I can say is that we don't know what they planned. I would have liked for a striker to come in, but I can also see that they might have felt that they had enough. Same way like Liverpool might have felt that's enough firepower. And then everyone's saying, they should have planned for injuries, but you can't plan for your whole front line going out.
But if I just ask you a question there, Doug, yeah, and this is based on seeing Jesus in a City shirt, yeah, and I have to just keep bringing up the point in Jesus, yeah. Havertz had a bad boy season last season, yeah. It was moving mad with the goals. But even from when Jesus was signed, I was questioning, why have you got him? Like, if you want to make an intent to go for the title, he's not someone you sign as a striker or someone you're thinking he's going to be my striker. Did you honestly think that going into this season, did you think Havertz and Jesus as like the strikers, your go-to guys, was enough?
Like,
did you not?
You got to take.
Did you think that would be decent?
Don't even try and defend that. No.
No. All I was gonna say is when Havertz, when Jesus and Zinchenko come, they made us better. So
they were the start of something new, innit?
Yeah.
Let's be real.
And they made us better.
Yeah.
They definitely made us better.
And we have to be brutally truthful. Gabriel's time is done at Arsenal.
Yeah, Jesus is done. Jesus is done.
Okay.
I would even say Martinelli's time's done at Arsenal as well.
Yeah.
I've heard a few fans say this over the past couple seasons.
I would keep Martinelli simply for a backup for the left wing. because he's got the legs to come on and run like a headless chicken.
Whereas Arsenal fans saying they'd rather Martinelli over Mbappe last season.
Who said that? That's crazy.
Who said that?
Look, we're really on some
that?
smoke last week. Listen.
Wait, who said that though? Let's name
Man,
some name. Let's name and shame. Let's name and shame.
I'm not saying any of you, man. I'm just saying I've
Can
seen that on the socials. I've seen it.
Yeah, well, that's mental. Right. That's mental. You take Mbappe all day long, innit? Like, let's be real. Like, no one's picking Martinelli over Mbappe.
You need to come back to this because there's a.
Talking on Mbappe. No, go on, Wazza, go on.
No, because I was going to say we can come back. We can circle round because we're actually going to see Mbappe versus Martinelli.
All right.
Weeks, all right.
So we'll move it forward. Seeing as you're there with it. Let's fast forward to Arsenal, Real Madrid. Into the Champions League. That I know everyone's just like rubbing their hands when I know, yeah, it is a mad feeling because I know when Atletico lost the penalty shootout, the energy in the air changes. Like my oxygen in my yard changed, brother. It changed, fam, because I knew what was coming because I could feel the excitement from the rival fan base, yeah, to say yes, these men are gonna get smoked by these brothers, yeah, but then I know a lot of people were saying they rather Real Madrid, and I was saying yesterday that, brother, I'd rather have just gone two banks of five up with Atletico, because that's how they're gonna set up against us, and we would have just set out like that, and probably the winner of the tie probably win it 1-0 on aggregate. There'll be a 0-0 game and then a 1-0, and who nicks it? Do you get what I mean? With Madrid, there's a fear factor that comes with the fact that it's Mbappe, Vinicius, and the man them. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And that is the problem.
Modric, it's crazy. But do you know what? If we deep it, yeah, if we really want to think, is our club's got the minerals? Do we really want to be in them conversations yet? I think you said it in the chat the other day, or you might have even said it on your latest episode, yeah? Mm-hmm. These are the matches to have, bruv.
Oh, 100%.
Like, on a real, these are the matches where you test yourself, and you, as a player, you test yourself, and as a club and as a manager, you say, okay, this is the level we want to reach to. Where have we fallen short? Yeah. And you can use that as ammunition to go to your board to say, listen, we went up against the best and we flopped. This is where I feel we need it. Can you lot back me? Mm-hmm. Because if we can play, I imagine you lot are going to play out of your fucking skins, bruv. Like, it's Real Madrid, Bernabeu, like Modric in them, man, Jude in them, man. Like, there's going to be some...
we gave them man the blueprint. We gave them man the blueprint still.
See, yes.
Brother, you're out the competition. What blueprint did you give us? Like...
we did them, innit?
No, joking.
We took the 2-0.
It's a match you want. It's a match you definitely want.
100%. And for me,
it's a match you want.
Brother, to be fair, in my eyes, it wasn't the match I wanted. I would have preferred Atletico. Me personally, a lot of fans were saying they'd rather Madrid. But the reason why it is the perfect match for us is because I feel like cementing ourselves back in Champions League for the last 2 years, yeah. These are the nights you want. These are the nights where you want to be playing the Barcelonas in the Champions League. You want to be playing the Bayern Munich, the Real Madrid. Like, in my time from apart when we played Real Madrid and like when we got to the final, I don't think we've had them in a stage like this since. Do you get what I'm saying? So for us, this is like everyone's probably scrambling to try and get a ticket. This is what it's about, innit? This is the big ticket, the big game. We lose or draw. This is where, like. And whether we can pull off a masterclass and try and get a result, that's to be seen, because you'd rather have a full squad. You'd rather have all your players available to do it. When you're looking at Moreno up top and all of this and how the games have been going, we don't know. But
Saka will be back by then, isn't it? Saka's back by then.
Saka's back.
You can't rush him. He'll be back. What when's the match?
The match is the 2nd of April. One's the 2nd or the 8th. I think it's the 8th. I think.
And he's only going to probably be back a couple of weeks before that. You then don't want to risk. Fans would think, he's fit, he's ready. But grown-ups, we know that come off of an injury after a period of time, you've got to have that. You've got to have that get in your training minute.
I think you take the risk. I think you take the risk.
Nah, man, I wouldn't do it.
If you want Saka to be at his optimum premium best, yeah, Wazza will tell this. You ain't running him straight in.
Nah.
If you're going to do that, then the minute you know he's fit and he's on the grass and he's training again, you start putting him in the reserve games quick. You start giving him some mad minutes. You start throwing him in your Premier League matches to be ready to say, you're starting against Real Madrid, whether it's the first or second leg. You don't just raw dog him and throw him straight
It's not worth it.
But the thing is, I think with Saka, like, remember, Saka's Arsenal through and through. He's going to want to play that game. He's going to every Arsenal game injured, watching every game. Like, he's hungry. He's watching Wanyeri, like, tear up his position. Like, them man there, like I feel like Saka's got a secret, like, you know, like, he don't play in it. And that's just a testament to how good he's got over the last couple of years, innit? So he's going to want to play, whether you risk him or not. Like, I don't know, but I wouldn't start him.
He'll be knocking on his door saying, yo, brother, what, you got space for, man? I'm ready, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
It might depend, innit, on the situation. Like, for example, where's the first game? Is it home or away?
Home.
Not sure.
Yeah, it's at home. It's at Arsenal.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's techie stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that should have happened because we finished above them in the table. So really, we should get.
Hey, listen, don't put the violin out. Look what happened to us. We bust up the league thing, and our reward was PSG, the most informed team in Europe. I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah, but you know what's mad? It's because of where they finished, though. PSG,
exactly, and that's why.
And I don't know if Mandem got a heads up. I don't know if Mandem got a heads up and felt like, right, you lot scraped through the table.
Yeah.
And you might, like, I don't know, like, because the way that the league is set up, it didn't really make sense finishing in the top 4. Maybe the only one it really worked out for is Inter Milan.
Yeah.
I did look like they got a nice little navigation path right there, right about now.
Yeah.
I'll be so honest.
Yeah, PSV. So where did you look?
Say that again.
Third.
We finished third. We finished third. But we would have ended up on the Inter Milan side had we got who did they get play? They played
Well, they played them the other bloody day, didn't they?
I can't think, but whoever it was at
Played some dead team.
Yeah, it was whoever got PSV or whatever would have ended up on either side. So our sides weren't picked yet, but it would have it was determined on who we got in the draw.
Yeah.
So if we had got Inter's team on the draw, we would have been on the Inter side. If they got PSV, they would have been on the other side. So. But either way, the other side would have been nuts because we would have backed Bayern Munich or Barcelona anyway.
Harry Kane.
I was fuming because the way that I thought the draw was going to go, just quickly, I thought that because we were seeded first, I took it as being like, you know, the NFL, if you watch NFL, team that's seeded first plays all their games at home, and they obviously get the weakest opposition all the way through in the route to the final because of what they did in the league, speaking. So I thought, all right, I was sitting there like this. I was like, all right, this is it. All of our games going to be second legs at home. It's sweet. But anyway, back to the game. I think the thing about playing Real Madrid, is that Liverpool have played Real Madrid a few times over the last few years. So I feel like we're in a good position to talk about it. Real Madrid are just a weird team. You've seen it. Real Madrid, like against City, they played rubbish for the whole 2 legs, about 8 minutes, and went through to the final.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They will. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like,
last season,
about it, but you see the violins. I was saying about getting violins out. You think that Arsenal have been wrong with red cards and yellow cards and injuries and mad offside? You wait till you play Real Madrid and you see that the man scored the penalty or took the penalty and it maybe glanced his foot and they said, final rule that said, no, you can't double touch bro. Real Madrid are just different. They've won the thing 16 times,
There's
and they've been lucky
in them ranks, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they'll be 2-0 down at the Emirates and they'll still believe they're going to go through.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, they're not going to ever think that they're not going to turn it around. Like, so many different things and world-class players that can turn out from nowhere. Like, Kylian can kill the game in 2 minutes or be terrible and Jude will step in, or Vinicius. Like, them man are going to be, like, your defense has got one of the best defenses in European football, but just when they line up and they see who's opposite them, it's going to be on. You know what I mean? It's going to be, but at the same time,
you got to give an atmosphere. Your fans have got to, your fans are going to make that home stadium,
make it hostile.
Just make it as mad as possible. And then even the fans traveling to the Bernabeu, I mean, the Bernabeu, it will be hard for any opposition team to imprint themselves. But you lot have got to be vocal. You lot got to let your players know that you're there to support them, and you got to hope that by some hook or by crook, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If I see that you lot nick a little over the 2 legs, a little victory, and you go through, I'll feel, oh my days, these jammy wankers. But a part of me will be like, do you know what? Go on, innit? Like, you got rid of Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I'm thinking, if you get rid of Real Madrid,
to get them out,
you should be,
you
should take a big bit of confidence and say, we should be able to. You should go on to win this. You would be expected to go on and win it.
And if we got rid of them, I'd rather fucking PSG than Villa. Tell you that.
Yeah, but listen, we saw Chelsea with Di Matteo win that Champions League, and I still can't. You saw Istanbul. Like, you've got to get past Real Madrid, and remember, you've got to be up for the game, but not so up for the game that players get red cards. And one thing is, you've seen it can boil over with the Arsenal players. Yeah, like, this is the biggest test that those players are going to have mentally. And you've just overcome the Man City hurdle, yeah? So obviously you just slapped Man City 5-1. Is that right? 5-1 at the Emirates?
Yeah.
You've been waiting to beat Man City for a long time, and you've got over that hurdle. And now you've been presented with what I think is the biggest hurdle in European football, which is trying to beat that whole aura that Real Madrid carry. So I think you can, listen, all jokes aside, I think there's a small chance you can do it, but everything's got to go right, bro. Every single thing has got
especially at the Bernabeu, bro. Especially at the Bernabeu, bro.
They got people
when
coming
Doctor
back.
Strange goes like this.
Man, never giving me anxiety, blood. I can't take. Man, they giving me anxiety, fam. I can't lie. But listen, anything can happen in football, and that we just have to see how we turn up. Listen, Odegaard's gonna have to produce a masterclass. I'm telling you, like, really, he's going back to his old club. He's got to be up for this game. No, he has to be. He has to be, bro. He has to be. Like,
when you're saying
Mo, I keep hearing you say Modric over there, yeah?
You lot are done.
But I swear you man are playing Copenhagen in the next round. How do you feel about that? Like, you lot getting through to the next stages of the Europa League?
Doug, I'm telling you now, bro. I'm taking it game by blood clot game. Yeah? That's how I have to roll with Man United. Like,
Copenhagen beat you, man, still.
Wait, listen, Bass, I ain't listening to you, man. You're top of the table. You got your hand in 1 or 2 trophies this season. You're going to walk away happy and see your captain of the trophy, yeah?
The only undefeated team in all of Europe right now. You know that, right?
We're not talking about Liverpool no more. We've done that.
I'm saying that you lot.
No, we're talking about United now.
In Europa,
we're talking about United.
The only team that's not lost in European competition. That's mad.
Yeah, and we're talking about United. The guy on wicked, and it's funny because our other friend Kojo has just joined the group, yeah, and he's got his mic muted, but he's listening, but he's a United fan, and right now me and him have been beefing every day for the last 3 weeks, yeah. So we're gonna get into it because that was the question that I had for you, Mo, yeah, as the United man. Do you feel like we'll get into the Europa thing with you lot, but do you feel Almiron is the man to take you guys forward? And I don't know if I said his name right.
I see you guys are laughing already, yeah. Man said Almiron. I see what you're saying there, bruv.
Almiron. What is his name?
Almiron.
Ruben.
Hey, yo, Almiron. Listen, I think he is the right man. And one thing that he definitely needs, which is extremely evident, he needs time. Which is something that under my previous, just having the Glazers in charge and other people, man have just been on this quick tick, get rid of man. And then there's no change, there's no real change up in the squad. There's no real change up on anything. Whereas with my man, he's coming, he's evidently on smoke. He's evidently got standards that he's setting and he's telling people, listen, you lot, this is how I want to run this ship. And you don't need to pattern up with me. If you're not on, you get off board, yeah?
Yeah.
I think given time, he'll definitely. I think he is the one for us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the knee-jerk reaction. I've been seeing bare fans who just think that you can just throw money at a problem or you click your fingers and you just get another man in. But people ain't realizing you get another man in, you still got the same dead players there. There's still a bag of man there who. Go on.
How did you feel about the Ratcliffe interview? I never asked you in the group. I never really got into that. But how did you feel as a United fan about it?
I respected it, because there's been a lot of talk of trying to hear what he's got to say and his views on certain things. And a couple of men in the group chat was commenting, and they said, you know what? If you're understanding business, what he's doing is makes sense. Because let's be perfectly honest here, that club has been getting run down to the ground. Yeah, man said there would have been no peas left at the end of this year. Do you know how? When I heard him say that, do you know how mad that listen, brother, you know when the man says no peas left?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing there. You can't do no tap, bro. You can't even catch a bus to go down the road, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even understand that, because how can he say you can have no peas left, and then in the same week you man are announcing new stadium?
Yeah.
Because that's going to be funded. They're looking at ways at how that's going to be funded. They've confirmed that, yes, the plans is to make that new stadium. It's going to be probably over 5 years. It's going to be part of a government initiative about the south of Manchester to rejuvenate the area. And they're looking at an opening to offers and how that's going to be funded. I'm down for that, because let's be honest, you man have been mocking Old Trafford in a group chat for a minute, bro. We've seen the gaping holes and the rainforests, and not the waterfalls coming through, not even trickles no more. Like it's the taps running through the roof. Yeah. Infestation.
Why didn't
Even
you?
a couple
Well, you're going for a bigger stadium, yeah? You see, like Anfield,
stadium.
we just expanded what we already had. You man are going to build a whole new thing next door and it's going to go up to 100,000 fans. Like,
It's just in it. They want that. I don't know if anyone picked it up, but earlier in the season, he was talking. I think little after he joined, he was saying, why hasn't the north? I'm not even just thinking of Manchester. Why hasn't the north of England, where they've won? I mean, what? How many Champions Leagues has Manchester United, Liverpool, and Man City won combined? Yeah, I think it's double figures. Yeah. Why isn't there a stadium in that part of England that is benefiting of holding a Champions League final or holding a match for England? Why has it always got to be a Wembley thing? Why have we always got to trek down to Wembley thing? So they're ambitious. You can't knock a man for
at
bit.
the same time, why is he worrying about that?
Because they're thinking of the long-term strategic
Worry about
thing.
your team. Worry about your team and your players.
But
Why
he
are you
is
worrying
worrying about.
about Champions
Listen,
League final? You got a
don't
long
do the
way to go,
Merson
my
thing.
friend.
Don't do the Merson thing. Don't do the Merson
Nah,
thing.
so,
Yeah.
United have a long way to go before they get back into Champions League.
But he's looking at the club. He's looking at the club players. It's evident. In the summer, he's going to get back. Amarin didn't come in at the beginning of the transfer window. He come in halfway through the season. He had a winter window where we know that there really wasn't no P. Like anyone who's a Man United fan, they would know there weren't no P to go spend a lot on a couple of man. There was a handful of money to go and do some bits. And if certain man ain't pulling their weight and they've got to go, they got to go. Like they got to get that wage bill down. Like I said from day, yeah, there's man in that club who've probably just been dishing out contracts and having a job, not actually doing anything, sitting on stupid money for time. Jim Radford has lifted up the bonnet and said, this shiny red Ferrari is actually shit, bruv. What is all this under here? I got to rip this all out, bruv. And I respect it. I'm getting honesty. Because any other manager is doing the puppet thing. Oh, these players are fine, we'll be fine. And I feel that with these players, we'll get there. Amarin's like, listen, I've got a style, I've got to play. I want time to make it work. Some of them might get to it, but if not, they got to go. And that's what we need to hear, bruv. One all the sugarcoating.
No, but you know what? I feel like it's gonna be a tough time for you, man, because I feel like the stadium. I'll be honest. I feel like the stadium announcement comes at a time where I feel like Jimmy Ratcliffe's trying to Heathcliff or Ratcliffe is trying to Heathcliff. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But I feel like he's trying to. I feel like what man them ain't realizing, and me and Kojo spoke about this, but I feel like he's trying to power play. I feel like he knows if they build a stadium and they have to what's the word, like commit a certain amount of money that goes to that, it stops the Glaciers from pulling money out of the club as profit, because the money has to go to the development of the stadium. And if he's saying it's a 5-year thing, so the Glazers are going to be looking at this like, for the next 5 years, we can't really pull money out of this. And he might then go to them in a year in, 2 years in and say, look, I'll take this amount of percentage of you guys and I'll give you this money up front, because they're not going to. So I feel like it's a bit of a madness for United fans at the moment is that you lot are getting kind of stuck in between a power play where you got a manager that's actually decent, that needs players to come in, but there's not going to be money spent. I feel like maybe that's why they bought the young players, but they've kind of chanced it on the young players, and like Hoyland and that, and they're not good. But then it also makes sense why they're throwing money at the likes of Arsenal's youngsters, like Heaven and that, and coming for our youngsters and that, because they know they can't really spend money. Like, why are you not laughing? I'm not trying to say it on
Oh,
banner.
listen,
I'm just
I'll be honest.
no,
I'm
but
laughing.
it makes
I'll
sense
tell you why
because
I'm laughing.
Yeah,
it
and
makes
it's
sense them
cool
going
that
for
we.
Tell you
academy
why I'm
young
laughing,
players.
Doug.
Because look, Heaven's playing now, so that makes sense. That if you've got a player that you've not had to pay a transfer fee for, and all you have to do is offer him a good contract, is that the way United are going to go down to getting their players and their young talent in? Because they're not going to be able to spend in the transfer window unless you sell.
I don't.
Do you get me?
I don't believe. I
One
believe,
sec,
and
Mo.
from some
Mo, one
reports
sec.
I've seen,
Mo,
there's going to
one
be
sec,
some
one
peas in the.
sec.
No, go on, Waz.
One sec. The reason why I was laughing, I'll be really honest, because I love it, bro. I love the fact that they are in the mud.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
This
Like,
guy hates United.
every
You
day
know,
I
this
wake
guy
up, I just
hates
think to myself, you know what? We
United.
went out of the Champions League, but United are in a mad predicament. And I love the angle that you said about it's a power play. Because if he puts the stadium in front of the fans are obviously going to go, oh, new stadium, biggest stadium in Europe. It's a spaceship. It actually looks like a toilet, to be fair. It actually looks more like a toilet than it is now. It's mad.
Look like a
But
circus to
whatever,
me,
yeah.
but
I was gonna say look
It's
like a circus though. You know,
it
Hippodrome.
look
The whole
mad.
thing there, bro.
Like a B-Day.
Zippo Circus is coming to town, yeah. It's like, I was like, oh, wow. But by the by, it's a power move. But if you're going to be building a stadium, but you're saying there's no money, but you need to buy a whole new set of players, there's PSR, how does it... I just want to... Listen, I'm fascinated to see how Manchester United pull this off. I hear everything and I hear all the talk. When we get to talking and talking's over, action has to follow.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what Manchester United actually do to unravel this mess that they're in.
So they have to win Europa to get Champions League money, innit? Technically,
Yeah, we have to. That's evident.
But then I don't think the team is good enough to finish in the top 4. So they're gonna be banking on Europa each season to get them in Champions League football.
I think you lot are thinking too much, bruv. I think there is a. I think
we're
you
not
need to
thinking
remember,
too
yeah.
much.
No,
We're not
maybe
thinking
no,
too much
no. Let me
because
not say that. Let me not say that because that is a little bit wrong. But the bit I take away from it, and even in the chat and the United group chat, yeah, is the fact that we're now in a period where we've not had a management structure before. We've not had like the Wilcox and the Barada and them man there. And remember, we've poached someone who's been at City and he's been a guy who's overseen some of their youngsters get sold for good peas, and the clauses are there so that if they want buyback clause, or if they need money off, or they want like 25% off when them brothers get sold on, he's been privy to that. So if there are certain men who need to go at United, yeah, academy prospects, I don't care if it's Rashford, I don't care if it's Mainu, there are men who have got to go because they either don't fit the model or they don't want to be there or they're asking for wages that is not benefiting of what they deserve. Let them go. Sell them for the P that we can get and use that and bring that P in, bro.
But then,
I'm not mad at it, bro.
You let Kobe Mainu go, yeah. Let's say you let Kobe Mainu go, is like probably one of your hottest prospects now that is holding you lot to a ransom with a gun, yeah. You ain't got no one else to fill that in. Like, I'm not saying it on banter. I'm not saying it on banter, but there's
no. I hear it.
Like, Man United right now are at the wire in terms of talent. They got Bruno, and Bruno's carrying them through. Yeah, like you think like now you lose Kobe Mainu, you've lost my man to Napoli as well, who was probably one of your best midfielders. You think Casemiro's on the way out, you're not going to recoup that. Like Agate's okay, I don't think he's great, but he's all right.
Ericsson's got to come out.
Ericsson's gone.
He's only had his first season.
You're kind of like, and I think Kobe Mainu knows this. You're in a hard place because you haven't got. Let's say he goes and you get youth money for him because you can't think he's not a 70 mil, 60 mil player because you're buying a prospect. He's not the finished article, so you're gonna get 45, maybe 50 million for him at a push. I don't know, and that depends on where he goes. Do you get what I mean? So then, like, that money's gonna go in the kit. You're not gonna have money to spend. It's gonna be a bit. It's a mad situation. But I'm not saying it on banter. Just looking at it from the outside, looking in, it is hella techie, bruv. Like, it's a techie.
From looking at reports I've seen, there will be peas for United to spend in the summer. We've got players that we need to get rid of. That's evident. We've definitely got players that we need to go and get rid of. There's players on that wage bill that need to get rid of. But it's also clearing the shit a part of some in Ratcliffe's interview, which Buzzer asked me about, he openly said, look, there's man that we're having to deal with from the past who we didn't actually recruit. So sometimes when you walk into an organization and you realize how shit it is, and you're the person who's tasked with going to sort it out, and sometimes instead of sugarcoating it and saying, no, it's going to be all right, you have to say, what? If I'm being tasked to actually make this work, then some of this shit has got to go. Roll up sleeves and rip off open heart surgery and all of them.
But the normal folk that work there still can't get a hot meal. That's showing me you lot are broke. Like that's broke.
What?
Like if man can't get a hot meal, if you're saying hot food, canteen and hot food is for players and staff only.
Yeah, you get free lunch.
That's never happened in the Arsenal. I'm telling you that now. You're never coming to my
free lunch.
Do I get a free lunch?
Free lunch.
Brother, don't do that. That's crazy. What the angle you're trying to come with now is mental. So you're coming from a work angle, like man can't. So what?
No, the most I get at work.
Listen, if my job, if my work
and hot chocolate machine, but other than that, everything I forget paid for.
You're not in the Prem, fam.
Not right, in the Prem.
So what? Does your club give free lunches to all your members of staff?
Of course they do.
Sometimes.
Everyone gets free lunches.
At the training ground, I guarantee you, at the training ground, everyone will eat. Like they're not gonna stop that. Tell man you can't come and eat. There will be certain sections. I put it this way, the fact that they've cut the hot food showed you they were feeding people, innit? So that must be the general thing that clubs do, is that they feed their staff. The fact that they cut that is to say, like, nah, we can't afford to feed you, lot, no more.
Listen, I hear it's shocking as it was to hear,
That's what we pitched right now.
Huh?
Look how much people he got free food for, and Man United turning. You got no food. You must be fuming right now.
Yeah, nah, he's
as bad as it is, they've got to go cut some costs in the interim period, because he did say, look, some things that we've cut, I don't want it to be long term, but I had to make those decisions. If man have got to cut some costs, listen, want to start bringing your lunch to work? What is this, man? Cost of living out here, man.
You man can't claim. That means that you man can't claim the richest club no more. You lot can't talk that talk anymore.
I haven't said that for a minute. From time my stadium is leaking and I got rat infestation. I can't talk about richest clubs. I ain't want no trophies to give me them kind of keys.
In that interview, did you see the bit where Gary Neville said to him about him cutting the money given to the old players?
Yeah.
He made that suggestion about why didn't you just do a meal when whatever. And
raise a couple million through Bruno when them man holding us dinner and said,
Jim was like, I didn't think of that. So then you got to think what kind of people you got around him. If you didn't think your team didn't think of that. Don't get me wrong. He said,
what was it? Think of what?
He said basically, he said instead of cutting the funding for the older players, like there's a foundation or something, why didn't you just get Bruno and Maguire to hold a dinner and sell the tickets for X amount of money, and like proper innovative thinking? And I was sitting there thinking, bruv, Neville was making a point here, like why didn't you not think of that? And he said, I'll be honest, that suggestion wasn't brought to me. And I think Neville even asked, but then isn't that a problem if no one's bringing a question to you? And he said, yeah, that is a problem, but you also got to remember we're just looking at things and we're just thinking, we need to cut this, we need to do this, and we need to do that. So maybe it's something that we can revisit when we're back in a much healthier position, which I support, because he didn't say, he seemed like there's some, and he's a Man United fan. He said, look, there are some things we're having to do. I'm not happy that we're having to do them, but I need to do them in this interim period. And if he needs to do that, and then say next season he's bringing back that initiative, fair dues to him, because it tells me that he's come in, he's made some actions, and then he's got to keep it moving and he can go back to normality. But you lot know it, man, as much as I have. The club's been run for crap for so long. Look at the amount of players we bought, the salaries, the wages. If we've been doing that externally for you lot to see in terms of players, imagine what has been happening behind closed doors. Someone's been sitting willy-nilly just, oh yeah, I think I might be getting sacked. Hey, what? Don't worry, I'll pattern you up, man. I'll put an extra couple of zeros at the end of your salary. No one's going to ask no questions, just lazy over here. You ever been in a relaxed working condition where everything's just lack and you're thinking, what?
Yeah.
You're not getting away with this?
Nah, when I went Old Trafford, I knew it was sloppy. Still, I knew it was sloppy.
Very sloppy.
Very
sloppy.
Certain man have said they're never going to go back there. Some man in the group chat said they are not going back there, bro. I think even a man on Strives' pod the other week, he said he's not going back there, bro. Like it's just awful. A man was, I'm tall innit? So a man was talking about, oh, listen, the seating arrangement was awful, bro. I'm not going back there. My knees was in my chin, bro. Like, allow me, bro. It's been, I see Wazza with his eyes closed, shaking his head. It's been a mess, but it's being addressed. So I can only hope for the best, innit?
Yeah, that's it. No, we can only hope for the best for you, man.
Oh, but we'll win a Premier League title before Arsenal, though, and I'll stand on that, bro. No hesitation.
You win a what? You win a what? You win a what before us?
I said, and I'll say it clearly, yeah, we will win a Premier League trophy before Arsenal.
Yeah, you can't even stand.
Because I'm being realistic.
You can't even stand on that, man. That didn't even stand like. That didn't even sound like you said that with chest. That didn't even sound like you said that with chest. Huh?
Said it already. I've said it already.
Yeah,
we will get a trophy before Arsenal, but I'm telling you. Because Liverpool ain't going away next season. City ain't going to go away next season. So that's another season Arsenal ain't winning.
I'm not even going to argue with it. I'm not even going to argue with it. When you lot couldn't, like, you see that brother that's growing his hair, yeah? That he will cut his hair when United win 5 games in a row.
Oh, my
When
days,
he's cut his hair, then I'll come back to this question and this conversation. But until then, you man can't string 2-3 wins together, yeah? So don't even come to me about winning the league.
Holds all the receipts.
How are we just going to have this whole conversation about them being broke? Then the next thing that's why they're just mad. And the next thing is we'll win it before Arsenal. I'd allow it. Like, I'll be honest, I'm not even on banner. And I'm not even here saying, oh, we'll win it before you or anything. I just think that it don't really matter. Like, at the end of the day, I just like the position. I'd rather Arsenal be in the position that they're in than be in United's position. That's it, long and short. I'd rather be where we are right now than where you are.
But remember,
right
you
now.
had to go through your shit, innit? You had to go through your stuff. Remember Arteta coming, he had to deal with high wages.
Yeah, but you look. Wait. Let's just have it right. And I don't wanna get too deep in it because I was about to move it on. But let's just have it right. I'm gonna say this. Yeah?
No, all right.
Everyone keeps on comparing themselves to the Arteta when Arteta came in, right? But look how long ago Wenger left, right? Like same with Fergie. Like this is the thing. What United have been trying to do, they've been trying to do it for time. Like, you lot have been trying to do this since Fergie left. It's been over 10 years. But you lot always... So, this is why I say, when people keep talking about Arteta and, like, oh, get him out the club and this, that, like, I feel like some fans and some people are, like, been spoilt with the fact he's done it so quick and turned us around and got us challenging. When you look at United and they've been trying to do this for time. You lot have been trying to do this for time and still haven't done it. And that's why Mourinho said his best achievement. Mourinho said his best achievement was finishing second with United, and that says a lot. And we laughed at him at the time, but now when you look back at it, it makes so much sense. Do you get what I mean?
You know what?
You lot laughed about it. United fans didn't laugh about it because some United fans have known for a while that we think to ourselves, raw, like. We're managing to do this, but we've still got the same said players. That the same sort of makeup of players are still there.
No, but let's be real. Let's be real. When you brought in Ronaldo and Varane and all of them man there, Sancho, you lot was talking title winners. So let's just have it right. Yeah, let's have it right. Let's put away the let's not get the violins out. Yeah. Like
I'm not getting violent. The first season under 10 matches was wobbly. I was getting kicked out of the group religiously back and forth.
Yeah.
But when it actually clicked, you lot weren't talking to me. He had a very good run at Old Trafford. No one was beating us at Old Trafford.
Who did?
In Ten Hag's first season. When Ten Hag came at United in his first season, go and check it. Go run it back.
Hey, what, you took in the season when you lost 4-0 to Brentford?
I say, like,
when he came, I was getting evicted back to back. But when it clicked, it worked. And in second season, it all went to pot. All went to pot. Yeah. Go look it back. Go run it back.
We'll run it back. But
run it back. I know. Listen, I've seen this. Remember, you lot are both talking about something that me and Baz have already seen with our club, yeah? We've already seen the end of a very successful era. That would be like Man United's Fergie. And then Liverpool was still kind of teetering on winning trophies, but not winning the league. And it was like, okay, we pick up an FA Cup here, pick up a League Cup here, European Cup.
Like,
not Champions League, but European UEFA Cup.
No. This was the 90s. This was when it was a Man United and Arsenal thing in the title.
Let me land, yeah? So when you lot were winning trophy after trophy, Liverpool went 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year. But because we were still picking up the odd little trophy here and there, you couldn't see that Liverpool were in decline. We were able to kind of brush it off, yeah? Then you had the ownership come in now, Hicks and Gillett, who come in, and the club still continue to do this. But every now and again, we'd go on a little cup run, and then there'd be a little bit of Bob in this, and then a little bit Istanbul, but we were still struggling, yeah? And when Fergie left, I said to a Man United fan, I said, listen, you see Fergie's had such a stranglehold in that club for such a long time, expect it to get bumpy for a little while. And they were like, nah, we're Man United, it's business as usual. You went one
should have been
season
talking
without
to
winning
me.
it. And you, but what I'm saying is it was somebody else, yeah. But I said, listen, you have to be careful because you don't realize you're in decline for a good 2-3 years of decline before you actually realize. And it's the same thing that happened with Man United. They were still picking up little FA Cup here, League Cup here. I think Mourinho picked up a did he pick up a Europa League or
Pick
UEFA
up a
Cup or
Europa,
something?
yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Bailey
So
on
they've been
crutches and
winning
that.
trophies, but every year the league has not been there. Their bread and butter. If you look at the Premier League era, you say Man United, innit? Let's be real. Yeah. Still, only now you see City now, you say, oh, City had a run. But Man United really dominated the first 20 odd years of the Premier League, right? And it's 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, yeah? And it's happening. So you're saying, oh, no one knew. Bro, I said the day Fergie left, and he was the start of the end for you lot. Now you're sat in 15th. You think that with everything that's going against your club, that you can come onto this broadcast and say, yeah, what? I'm saying we're going to win a league title before Arsenal, when Arsenal were on the upward trajectory, and you haven't even hit rock bottom yet. You think you were back on the up. You haven't even hit
I don't think, no.
bottom.
I don't think I'm back on the up. I definitely don't think I'm back on the up.
Hey,
I'm
you
being
know what?
serious.
Listen.
Your
Wait,
team
wait.
hasn't hit ground yet.
Hey, wait, Mo,
You're
wait.
talking about winning leagues.
Hey,
Don't
Mo,
make
wait.
no sense,
Hey,
bro.
Wazza has
Just think
hit
about staying
the
in the
nail on
league
the head.
first and foremost, you know.
Yeah, Waz has
Just
hit the
think about
nail on
staying in
the
the
head.
league.
I think, and
Yeah, but
I
got
think,
young players.
and I'll just
so
say
when
this,
did
bro.
Arsenal
Let me
last
just
win
say
a
this.
Premier
Let me
League
just say
trophy?
this, yeah, before you say what you got to say, yeah. And this is the problem I think like United fans have, like, is that they want to compare. They want to compare to like other clubs and be in the chat and not understand that where they're
Not in the
going,
chat.
is kind of a different direction from where the rest of us are going.
Listen, I hear the banter talk, but
You're not in
I
the
can't
chat,
remember the
bro.
last time I
Like,
saw
I
you
mean
lot
it.
pick up a Premier League trophy. So obviously a
Yeah,
part of
we're
me is
all
gonna
in
have
that
to
same
believe
boat, but we're
with my new structure,
Yeah,
with my new
you write that
listen.
down on a piece of paper, put it in an envelope,
uh,
and then
uh,
bring it out in 10 years' time. Don't
uh,
say it
That's his receipt
quickly.
holder. That's his receipt holder. He will pull it up.
yeah, but
If
listen,
it
the
don't
thing, I'm
happen,
not,
this will be
and I'm
the
not
first
trying to,
one to say,
and
"I
you
Mo,
know what,
remember that time?"
you know what, we're gonna move on because I don't want to try to get it onto beef and banter and get it there because we can be
Yeah.
here all
Let's talk
day,
about the game.
and Mo was ready to put his phone on charge and carry on going, so he weren't feeling it. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna get back to it because we could always revisit this. But what I'm gonna do is talk about the big, talking of cups and winning stuff. Liverpool have Newcastle on the weekend, yeah? Which, Mo, hey,
Yeah.
Mo, have you heard these men are already... I heard a man say when they got knocked out of the Champions League, yeah? I heard a man say,
Sunday.
it's all right, we got Carabao Cup and the Premier League already, so we're good. Like, I'm heard... Man are counting Newcastle out, bruv.
You're captain. No one said that. You're
No,
lying.
I'm not capping. I'm not capping. I see it on
In our
Talk
group.
Sport. I
Never
see it
in
on
our
Talk Sport.
group.
No one in the group,
Come
but
on.
I've seen man them, and you know what? Even Pounds said at least we got the Carabao Cup and Prem. I've heard man say it. So so this ain't a thing that man them are like
Go
just
on, sorry.
making it up. But I just want to know, how do you lot really feel about the game against Newcastle? Because as far as I'm aware, you man are lifting it on Sunday already.
Who's injured? Both sides.
Let me, you want to go, yeah? All right, cool. I'm feeling concerned solely because we don't have Trent, yeah? And I'm saying that is because when we played PSG midweek and Trent played the inverted role, that's what made the difference in terms of us putting pressure on PSG. We're going to lose that on Sunday, yeah? We also, I don't think we have Konate either, yeah? So that tells me that Van Dijk's going to have to play with Endo or Kwanzaa. Because today I heard that Curtis Jones will be playing in right back. So I've never seen him play right back before.
I was gonna say, has he played there anywhere this season?
Where's Gomez?
Nowhere
Who's
near it.
Who's been your right backs this
Oh,
season? Trent
Gomez
and
is
who's the young
injured.
boy?
Bradley's injured.
Kwanzaa and Trent.
All of them
and
injured.
they're injured. Bradley and Trent are out. So
How does how is Curtis Jones defending Isak in Rabat?
Is Isak playing or is Isak injured? Why did I think Isak was injured?
He's
Isak's
not.
playing, but Gordon's not
Isak's
playing.
playing. He's back now. He's back now. He had a knock, but he's back. Yeah, it's
They're
going
gonna
to
be
be
having
an
him on
interesting one. It's
painkillers.
going to be an interesting one, and I think that's why I know people in the group maybe not, but I feel like a lot of Liverpool fans, even like listening to Talksport and stuff, have already but I felt like they were saying it in a way like, oh, we're not bothered about the Champions League because we've got that already patterned. But it's going to be a hard game. Newcastle, you got to think for them.
It's a
Like
final.
it's their first opportunity in a long time. Remember, they lost it
Mm.
last year. They lost it last year. Who beat them last year? Was it Man United? Man
Yeah.
United
Yeah.
over the year before Man United beat them. So they're gonna want to get their lip back. So it's gonna be interesting that and I think for
We're
their
the
club,
holders, guys. We're the holders. So we've got something to fight for. We're the holders.
yeah.
Current holders, right?
Oh yeah, so it was the year before that Newcastle didn't win it.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
for
because
them,
when they knocked us out, they went and got their big picture taken again, and there was that big back and forth on Twitter between the clubs or something like that.
yeah. So it's gonna be big for them. They're gonna want to win it. They need silverware. I think where Newcastle are going and what they're doing up north, they're gonna want to bring something home. So it's gonna be an interesting game. I think it could go either way. To be honest with you, I don't know. Like with Trent,
Listen.
I think Trent and Konate is a big loss.
I don't know for a fact if we lost Konate, but I know he got injured on PSG game.
Yeah.
And
He's a
I
doubt.
know it's not confirmed that Trent's not playing, but he hasn't confirmed if Konate's playing or not. So I don't know.
The thing is, if I was going to bet on Konate being available, I'd say that he starts, but I don't think he's fully fit. And I think that if he does start and he's not fully fit, Isak could run riot on that side. Isak has proven over the course of the season, when fit, that he is the number 9 in the Premier League. Like, even though we talk about Haaland and his record is ridiculous, in terms of an all-round, good old-fashioned, I'll play against you, stand up against you and hold it up, bring man in, spin round, shoot on sight. Isak has been the most complete striker we've had in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be fair? So, you think of the size of Wembley, inevitably, Liverpool are not going to play with a low block. So there's going to be space in behind. And he's already proven that he's not scared to go up against Van Dijk. He's one of the few number 9s. In fact, the only number 9 I can think of that said, all right, come on in, Van Dijk. I'm richly ready to go up against you. Yeah. So he's a shotter, right? Game hinges on their ability to get him in behind. I think if Liverpool can get an early goal, control that midfield space, Liverpool should win that game. And I'm not saying it because it's Liverpool rare tear, but it's just because I'm looking at the way Liverpool control space in games. Not going to be as good as PSG, I don't think, technically. PSG were just ridiculous. Like, oh my God. Anyway, let me not go back to that nightmare, yeah?
Flashback, baby.
Man had a flashback, you know. Man had a flashback.
I didn't want to call
lost
on you because
himself,
you got your own things going on. I can't call on a man and ask him for a fiver when I know his clubs can't even make it to Christmas. What can you do for me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't do nothing for me. I think, it's mad because I think Liverpool should win, but at the same time, Newcastle, that City, you lot know, if Newcastle win that Carabao Cup, yeah, there's only one place to be that Sunday is Newcastle, because Newcastle's gonna be popping. Popping. In a car, go to Newcastle.
It's a weird one because I think if Newcastle do it, I think this is another sign where Liverpool do this to themselves, where they'll be in form and they're winning stuff and they're in everything, and then all of a sudden you hear the quadruple talk, then they get knocked out of a cup. I feel like this season it was Ballon d'Or talk from Salah, then he goes missing in the round of 16. You get what I mean?
You don't hear it from Liverpool fans. You just hear it.
No, but you hear it, but then you may not hear it in the group, but you do hear it from Liverpool fans.
Salah didn't go missing. He just got pocketed by Mendes.
Yeah, but you remember Jamie Carragher was the one that was saying that on Sky with the whole.
Look at Jamie Carragher.
No, but what I'm saying is that it was topic. It was talk. He was the one that was talking about Salah being from Egypt is why he couldn't win, maybe not be winning the Ballon d'Or. Like, so it wasn't that this is all being made up.
Listen,
Ballon d'Or chat was flying around.
Avenues and lanes right now.
No, but it was that's why they had to pull him up on it, because he was saying that AFCON isn't considered a serious cup as to why this is why Salah wouldn't be considered highly in the rankings for Ballon d'Or because of the AFCON, and that's when them lot pulled him up.
I want to clear this up right now, yeah? Amy Carragher does not speak for us, yeah? He don't speak for us as Liverpool fans. He speaks for certain members, but I can say now, he doesn't speak for me as a Liverpool fan. When I see what he does and what he talks about in regards to Liverpool, I see it more as he's now doing what people love to do, which is just goad other teams, yeah? Just like, I just want to have a go at someone else, so I'm going to say something else. Or I want to make sure that my season ticket and that I get a hot meal when I go to Anfield because I ain't going to get one at Old Trafford. That's what he's trying to do with the team,
It's tough.
yeah?
And I was about to just back up your talk and
long,
say he's doing the content creating thing. Yeah, he's moving like troops,
right?
but that's how you're going on. I bun you, man.
It's all long. And it's like, I've not really thought about quadruple because, you know, I said at the start of the season, I didn't think Liverpool were going to be anywhere near where they are now. Because I said, from my angle, the squad is weaker this season than the one we had last season. And this time last year, we won the Carabao Cup and the wheels came off of our entire season. Yeah. So we are at that point at Liverpool as a football club where we are fully stretched. Yeah. So I feel like we're in a blessed position that we have the league advantage that we have at the moment, the points gap. I think we're going to need it, at least some of it. And I also feel that Sunday's game is going to be tough for Liverpool. Physically, it's going to be tough. Newcastle are going to come out and they're probably going to try and raise the tempo knowing that we played midweek. Yeah. So it's going to be a tough game for Liverpool. And I'm worried for them. I still feel that if Liverpool do turn up with the right mentality, Liverpool should win the game of football overall.
I don't think you don't need to be worried too tough, man. I think, it's expected. It's a final. Teams turn up in a final. There's a lot on the line. But I think when you look at the two teams, you look around that dressing room at Liverpool, I would think there's enough in there and there's enough characters in there for someone like a Van Dijk to turn around and say, listen, boys, they're going to be fired up, but we are the holders. Yeah, this is for some of us. This might be the speech. For some of us, this is our last season here, so go do this for the Salah. Yeah, like let's go work. Like this is the kind of match where it could just springboard you to go and say, right, we've bagged this one. Let's go. Let's just lock in on that freaking Premier League, bro, and let's just go for it. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's going to be a tough match. It's going to be this, that." Yeah, you expect Newcastle to turn up, but I think Liverpool will just turn up and do what they do. I'm sorry, like I don't see anyone clamping down Salah. The only person I've seen clamp down Salah this season is the PSG brother. Other than that, you lot have pretty much had everything on smoke in the league, and I see you replicating that on Sunday. Just because it's at Wembley and it's a Carabao Cup, to me, I don't see that making a big difference. If anything, that strengthens your case to say, lads, we've been here before. We're used to this. We know what's expected. We're relying on X, Y, Z. The manager will know what to say to certain man. It's just one of them games. It's going to be a dope game. Don't get it twisted, because you look at Isak and you think that's a problem. You look at Jimmy Rice and you think, oh, he's sick. But take away them two, Gordon's not going to be playing. Really look through
Harvey
the Liverpool
Barnes is a dangerous.
Yeah, but he's not that consistent, was it? Let's be honest. He's not tearing it up over there, is he? He's not like week in, week out causing a madness like a Gordon or a Isak.
He's more proven at left wing.
But it's a cup final, anything can happen, man. I feel like I feel like knockout football.
What do you think?
Anything can happen, and I think you can't really look
What
at a man's
form. What do you think the score is going to be?
Me?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a close game. I feel like it might go extra time at 1-1. I think it's not going to be like bare goals. That's my personal opinion. I think it might go 1-1 extra time, and then it might get decided then. I can't see Liverpool going out and smashing Newcastle like 3-1 or something like that. But I can't see Newcastle coming out and smashing Liverpool like. So I just feel like it's going to be like a 2-2 or a 1-1, maybe even a 0-0, like a cagey affair. Remember Liverpool's just played 120 minutes plus penalties. So that's mentally draining and stuff. Remember, Newcastle rested, so you don't know. It might be a low-scoring game. There's those factors to take into account, and everyone's maybe gonna set up defensively. No one wants to lose the game, and that can kind of make for a boring game. Do you get what I mean?
No, I don't think we're going to set up defensively.
No way.
I think Slot made that mistake in Paris. He learned from that. I don't think we do that. We control the game a lot of the time. Even when we're under it, we can somehow get the ball and then control the game and then have a little attack. soak it up again, then take the ball and control it. That's the difference between Slot and Klopp, which is what I like.
But this is the thing with
Always
champion. This is you see this time of the season, yeah. This is that time where I know sometimes they say champions are major, and this is that. You're looking at the final hurdles, and you're looking at the last leg, yeah. People would probably expect to be banking on Newcastle more because they're fresher, and Liverpool have just played, a whole 120 odd minutes plus penalties, etc. Yeah, but this is that period where Liverpool might just look around and say, "Bruv, I don't want to hear none of that." That this is the final.
Yeah.
You're leaving everything on the line out there today. Like this is a game where we're not having none of them excuses. You go out there and you give it your all today, and there's gonna be motivation.
Yeah, I don't think no one's really banking on Newcastle to do them over. I don't think it's that kind of case where they're looking at the fact. I just think that it's just gonna be a tough game.
I don't think do them over. I think go at them a little bit with a little bit more urgency in them, just because Liverpool played midweek and it was a grueling match and it went to penalties, and they might just think, oh yeah, we can maybe go after them a little bit more. Whereas if Liverpool hadn't played midweek and they had the same amount of time.
I think Eddie Howe's cleverer than that, but I just think in a cup game where for them it's important that they win it, and I think even for Liverpool it's important that they win it. I don't think Liverpool are gonna go into that game and think they're not bothered whether they win it or not. Like
Newcastle played Monday as well. It was Monday night football.
Oh yeah, for real, they played Monday night, so yeah, they had a game. So I just think I don't know. I just think it's gonna be a close game. That's my personal opinion. I don't. It can go either way. I can see either team winning it, but I just reckon it's gonna be close.
There's no penalties as well. Remember, I swear it's straight 90.
Is it straight 90 then go straight into penalties?
There's no extra time, sorry.
Straight into penalties. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is. He's right.
So both teams are gonna want to win it. I think it's gonna be a game.
Yeah. That's big facts.
I don't want to go penalties.
They don't want to go. Yeah. No one's
you don't
want to go
penalties. Yeah, then have Nunes taking one and Kwashi. But hear what I'm saying though. As we're moving on and it's getting, and I feel like we've had a dope little show, and I'm down to do this again. But I just want to end it. I kind of want to wrap it up on this. So what, Liverpool man, them, are you lot gonna finally admit that the league's done, and you lot are?
Why Liverpool then?
Because I feel like it's a good note. Like, are we gonna I don't want.
Do we think the league's done?
I think the league's done. I think it's done.
Depends on you, doesn't it?
Mathematically, no. But
who else have you got? Have you got any tough ones?
They got a bag of tough games. We've all got tough games. I can't lie. We've all got tough games.
Like, every game's tough. Let me discard that because people are fighting for survival. People are fighting for places in Europe. Let me not do that.
Nah, no one's fighting for survival. I think the relegation's done.
With the gap difference you've got on that cushion, do you think that gives you a little bit of comfort coming into this stage of the season at that final stretch?
100%.
Would you rather be at this or be like in a tight bunch? Would you feel a little bit more anxious if you was like a point is behind you in second and then 2 points are behind you in third?
15 points, bro. Fucking hell. This is why I'm making a long time for you.
They're 15 points ahead, and we've got a game in hand that we'll play this weekend. And I think that just even to touch on Mo's question, I reckon Liverpool fans would
see what you did there, Bass. He didn't catch it.
What did he say?
I skate over it.
What did he say?
You got to lose that one.
Huh?
Yeah, we need a loss. We need an L.
Yeah. No, but this is what I'm saying. I think now that we got Real Madrid and that, whatever, I don't know, man. I feel like all our focus will be on the Champions League, and then once we're knocked out of that, then obviously the league would have been done, and we'll pick up enough points. Arteta said he's not giving up, but we ain't got the firepower. You can clearly put it this way, and this was the time with Mo's question. I feel like if we had won the games we was meant to win, and we got Chelsea, and we was close to Liverpool, they would not be comfortable in the fact of feeling that they've won.
No way.
Because of the fixtures left. And you got to think, even now, anything can happen. There's 10 games left. Like, there's still a lot of games. But 15 points is like Arsenal have to win all their games. And that's not going to happen. And
Liverpool ain't losing 5 games now.
No, bro. Yeah, that's it. They're not losing 5 games.
That would be crazy. That would be absolutely... I don't see it. That's insane.
Listen.
What happens if we draw 10 games? What happens then?
If you draw 10...
And you win all yours. What happens then?
Yeah, if you start drawing, then we can start and we win. If we put it this way, to draw 10 games, you'd have to draw. Yeah, 10 games. We would have to win 5, is it?
We got 9.
Do you lot?
got
Yeah,
nine.
we'd have to win 6.
You-
We'd have to win 6. You draw 10. We win 6.
Good
So that
question
means
for you.
that we
I'm
can't.
just
That
looking
means
at the table now, yeah.
that means we can't lose a game. It don't. Yeah, it's
Do
not like that.
Arsenal secure second place, or do Nottingham Forest creep in and take it off you?
Do they creep in and take it off us?
No.
Nah.
Arsenal
Yeah,
are staying second.
Arsenal on 55 right now. Yeah, Nottingham Forest are on 51. Boy,
Yeah.
do you
Nah.
secure that? Yeah, Nottingham Forest have got Ipswich this weekend. You lot got Chelsea this weekend.
Yeah. Well, listen. At the end of the day, whether we secure second place or not, I feel like we make top 4.
Innit?
Like finishing first and finishing third don't make a difference in it. Like it don't make a difference whether we like. It's a Champions League place, innit? Like, and that is where it is. But
Yeah.
I don't think like it's. But I don't think Arteta's gonna want to have new Nottingham Forest catch them. Plus, I don't even think Nottingham Forest are playing for Champions League football. But I don't even think they know they're secure regardless. I don't even think they're going to be going too hard for it neither. Because Champions League football for Nottingham Forest could get them relegated next season. So a lot of teams...
They're going for it, man. They're going for it. 100%.
They're going for it. They are going for it. But it's... I feel like they're not like... You know what I mean?
City, they're going for it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
their chairman wants that
Pep will
dough.
be telling them you
And-
have to get that Champions League position, and that's a must.
And last but not least, the United feel like they can win Europa League having drawn Lyon in the next round.
Cup competition, 2 legs, in with a chance. I mean, looking at my season is I can't do back-to-back wins. We know this. Let me not cap. I can't do back-to-back victories. I'm most likely to lose this weekend to friggin' Leicester. Jamie Vardy, 89th minute.
Nah, you let it lose into Leicester. Leicester have been shockingly
I've
bad.
got a question for United, man. Who wins the trophy this season? Man United, Tottenham.
It's nasty work.
Yeah, I think they're both bad. They're both bad. I can't see none of them winning one.
It tells you that we are.
I would
can't
pick Man
cap.
United
Can't cap.
over Tottenham.
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, I agree.
You
I
have
pick
to,
United over Tottenham.
Have to.
Have to. But they're both horribly. But United are actually starting to find a little form still, so you're more likely to look at United. But I think Lyon's a hard draw. Then if you beat Lyon, you got Atletico Bilbao. So there you have it.
Ooh.
On the other side.
Man, I'm
And
confident going
that's
forward.
in
The result the other night surprised me. I was happy with that because I was like, "Raw, okay, you man are playing a little bit like what's going on here." You lot are definitely up for the fight. I just need to see how if they can continue in that vein or not, or if it goes back to inconsistencies, which I've been actually used to this season. So, like, I just have to take it game by game.
Yeah,
I've got another question for Doug.
Smiling and laughing, you know.
Can Arsenal make it to the final?
Of the Champions League. If you want my honest opinion, obviously in football anything can happen. But I feel like our journey ends with Real Madrid. If I'm honest. Anything can happen. Like you remember when we went there and won and got through 1-0 with Henry and that everyone writ us off?
Different team.
But
that's a different team.
I don't know. Other people have differences of opinion.
Arsenal. Remember, sorry to jump in, but you see when you lot went to Bernabeu and won, that was a year when I think you went. Did you go into Milan and win? I think that was the best Arsenal team I think I've seen in European competition.
And Inter was a strong team. Yeah, we went everywhere and done it up. But this season,
and I think
they're going
season not quite.
But
sorry, it's your question. Sorry, bro. I just want to say, like, that team was wicked, bro. That
team
was
a gooner.
Unbelievable. Hey, listen, I'm a football fan.
Yeah, real talk.
I'm a football fan first and foremost, bro. Like, you'll never get, like, my opinions that I give you. Sometimes I hate Man United, that's for sure. But in terms of football, listen, Man United had their time, bro. If we were talking about Man United in the 90s, I'll just give it up to them. In the noughties, give it up to them because they dominated. They were a madness. But back to that Arsenal side, that team was wicked and they had proper world-class, respected themselves and were feared players. Henry was going to places like San Siro and doing madnesses, mash up the San Siro when the San Siro was a place that British teams couldn't go.
You couldn't go to and do nothing.
This now, I don't even know if Arsenal had their full squad that they have. Saka aside, I feel that they would still struggle because at that point, that diamond point, is the Henry.
So to be real, if we had our full squad, my energy would be different. Because the thing with Arsenal and that starting 11 and that full squad, and when I say full squad, like I'm talking Ben White.
Are you having
I'm
Havertz
talking
not
Ben
in
White.
that
Wait. I'm
full
talking
squad?
Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and
Weakness,
then
you know.
even Lewis Skelly, and then I'm talking Partey, Odegaard, and Rice, and then I'm talking Martinelli, Havertz, and Saka. You play that squad against that Real Madrid team, and then
That's the team you want
now
to
we're
play Real Madrid. I
talking
hear it.
that that's a game that it can go either way, innit? Like it's the margins are
Margin.
tighter, yeah. But when you're thinking about going to the Bernabeu with Moreno, Wanyeri, and Trossard, and then and whatever, then yeah, it's a different prospect. So I feel like I don't know what Millie thinks. Millie, you there? Yeah. How do you think about that one?
Bro, I'll be honest. It's gonna go one or hold on. It's gonna go one or two ways. Like we're either gonna get humiliated, and the memes the next day my phone's going off, or I don't know, someone up there's watching us, and we're gonna find a way.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen. Do you know why? Because there's someone in the group chat who I can't deal with that. Can't deal with that.
Yeah.
Can't deal with that.
Yeah.
I'd
But
rather
listen,
have
I'm
you
rooting
not
for
lose,
you, all of
because I know
you.
Doug ain't turning up. Doug ain't turning up if you don't lose.
The other day,
You know, Doug's in the group chat.
The other day, you said Arsenal was on par with Real Madrid.
Who said
Who
that?
said that?
Yeah, someone said that in our group.
Who
Yeah, that's
Strive?
outrageous.
Who Strive said it?
I'm not saying her name.
That's outrageous.
And Max has got nasty Man of the Year award, you know.
But do you feel that your team is on par with Real Madrid now? If you're 14,
No. What, full squad? Nah, no way. When you,
No chance.
if you're talking on paper, no way. But I feel like if Arsenal can play at their highest potential, that team and what we've seen them play over the last 3 years, then you have a fighting chance. Do you get what I mean?
What about man for man? What about you compare man for man, like your strikers?
No, man for man, no. I feel like where Arsenal's good at as a squad and as a team, they can perform as a team. Like we like I feel like Arteta got rid of the individuals and built a squad where across the board everyone can play and they know their role in it. So our structure and that would be what is our selling point. I feel when you look at Real Madrid, they have that.
Do you have players in Arsenal that walk into Real Madrid's team?
No.
Nah.
Oh, Bass, see exactly
Saliba,
Saliba,
because obviously they want.
Bass is moving wicked.
No, it's not. It's not moving wicked. It's a question, and it's and you only take it offensively if you get offended. Like I feel like it's a realistic question because that is the fixture that we have coming up. We have Real Madrid home and away in the Champions League, and then if you ask me if any of our like Rodrigo, I would say probably him and Saka are close. Do you get what I'm saying? They're very close, but then I feel like Rodrigo may not have the same delivery and accuracy as Saka, but he's talented. He's very skillful, very talented. And so they are the close places, and then I would say Saliba is the other close place. But other than that, you look across the whole of Real Madrid's team and they're levels above.
What about Barca? Just out of interest.
If we got Barca, I feel like we can do Barca.
You've lost your mind.
Well, we played them pre-season and we played them pre-season. But I'll be honest. I'm more fearful. Yeah, I know. I've seen it. But then I feel like, and I'm not even saying this off because remember we played Barca in pre-season, innit? Yeah. So it's like, I know pre-season's different. I know it's different, but I feel like their team is more based on them playing good, innit? Like it doesn't have the individual fear factor like Real Madrid does. Like you look at Real Madrid, you're thinking Vinny, you're thinking like Mbappe, you're thinking Rodrigo, and you're thinking Bellingham, you're thinking all these individual players that are scary. I feel like with Barcelona, you just know they're a good side, and I'd rather take on the good side. They're a good team. That's what I'm saying. They're a good team with a little bit of magic in there. And I'd rather go in and deal with that than I would rather have the nightmare of dealing with these galactical, like, you know what I mean, madmen. Do you get what I'm saying?
Hey, just don't write them off, though.
No,
Arsenal. I
never.
think they're gonna go final. I think they're gonna make the final.
I feel Barca are favourites. If you ask me, Barca are favourites because Barca can deal with Real Madrid, but then it's whether Barca can get past Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich are dark horses. They're playing well. If you looked how they just went through in the last round, they tore up.
Yeah, and they got Gunman Kane up top still.
They turned up Frankfurt, and they're really juking. So it could go either way.
At their ground as well.
And then Inter, I don't know if you man see how Inter was going on in the last game with Thuram. Like I was saying it to Million, that I said if any strikers out there that I'd rather want to go for right now,
Martinez is cold.
Martinez. But have you not seen how Thuram is moving? All right, Thuram is moving. Boom, yeah. So
I tell you what, Champions League, yeah. Go back to Champions League, and even though we talked about Carabao Cup, we talked about the league and that this season, yeah. At the moment, the Champions League has thrown up some wicked games this season, my brothers.
Yeah.
From the group stage all the way through to now, it has actually done what it's supposed to do, which has become a much more exciting spectacle visually to watch the games. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we have to show respect to the fact that the Champions League has been I think it's been a good tournament. Even though my team's gone out, it's unhappy, but we played a great side. We didn't play any mediocre side and went out. We played a really good side.
Yeah, no excuses.
And end up playing a good side. Yeah. And I feel that it's gonna be an exciting end to this tournament. And a good team is gonna win this Blood Clot Champions League as well. Yeah. Whoever wins it, even if it is you lot, it'll make me sick from that angle. But you'll be worthy winners because you've gone through. You've had to go through teams. You've had to go through Real Madrid.
You know. Sometimes some man say, "Yeah, but you only played this team and you only played that team." Hypothetically, if say Arsenal go on and win it, you're saying, "Listen, Arsenal, you lot went and beat Real Madrid, bro, and then you went and beat this team, then you went and beat that team. The route to the final, it's not looking like you've got any."
Then, you know what? Someone was saying. I watched something earlier today, and they were saying Arsenal's route to even get to where they were now weren't easy. We played PSG, we played Girona, we played Inter Milan. We played, you know what I mean? We played PSV as well in the knockout stages. So it wasn't like we to finish third. It wasn't like we just finished third off the back of playing bare deadness. We played. We've had hard games. Like don't get twisted. Like we beat PSG away, or was that? I think we beat them away 2-0. So like that ain't like. So we've not had it easy.
Someone said they had injuries though, and they didn't have their full team and all that. Like people say about Liverpool not doing well. Or they got lucky, this team, that team, because they had injuries and Haaland was injured and this person. So
nah, man.
Brother, you can only play the team that's in front of you and do what you can, innit? That's it, innit? Simple.
I'm saying, everybody's played top teams. Like, I was proud of Liverpool to finish top of that group because I knew that we played some. Remember that list of 10 fixtures that everyone was posting up at the start, Doug?
Yeah.
I mean, not Doug, Baz. That list of Liverpool had to play this man, that man, this man, that. Liverpool went through that run and didn't lose a game. You know what I'm saying? So, Liverpool deserve their credit, but Liverpool are out. So forget them where Champions League concerned, yeah. But Arsenal, they only lost one game, I think, in the Champions League group stages, or two maybe, or they drew one. They've gone through, and they're beating teams. Villa have done their bit. PSG have managed to claw their way back through. Bro, it's going to be a great end to the tournament. Yeah. Like, so Real Madrid are just the worst team to come up against, bro. I'm telling you. Over 2 legs
this time now, it feels like
But I know you lot are happy that we drew them. But it's all right. I know the man.
It is what it is. It is what it is, bro.
And then the fact that Real Madrid could face Barcelona in the final is going to push them on as well.
Yeah.
That would be the maddest final in a long time.
Oh, but, you know, out of all of them, I would love for Bayern Munich to knock out Barcelona and Inter Milan to knock out Bayern Munich, and then us to knock out Real Madrid. PSG to knock out Villa and we to knock out PSG and we make it to the final and knock out Inter Milan. That is my perfect run to the final, yeah?
That PSG Villa game is going to be mad. As I said in the group the other day, Villa got absolutely nothing to lose whatsoever. They will be gas for them 2 legs.
Yeah, but it'll be gas. But I'll be honest, Villa ain't played no one like PSG. Let's just put it that way. Like, they're going to be gas, but it's going to be a big game for them. It's going to be a big game. It's going to be a serious game for them.
Yeah, but on the flip side as well, PSG probably ain't faced something of Villa's or what Villa are going to play.
And true. Underestimate them. We got to go to Villa Park, and lately, They're moving mad over there.
Yeah.
Can
Asensio's,
Asensio play
the
against
favourite
PSG,
now.
or is he going to be club type thing?
Who is?
we discussed this the
Asensio.
other day in the group chat, Bass. I swear you mentioned that to me because I'm
Is
sure
he
I said,
going to be club time? You sure?
and someone said he
I
might
don't
not
know.
be able to play.
I think that only
Who's
works
this?
in the Premier. I don't know if that works in like those in the Europe. You know, I don't know.
Asensio,
That'd be
he
interesting.
might be cup tied.
I don't
doubt
know.
it.
I
I
feel
don't
like a
think
cup
he
tie
plays in
thing is
Europe.
like an English thing. I don't feel like, or like when you're playing in the league. I don't feel like. We'll see in it. We'll know. We'll know. We'll know.
All I know is my team ain't there. So fuck Champions League for the rest of the year.
We was keeping it PG. No, joking. But on that note,
that competition anyway. Fun that,
I'm gonna bring it to a close. Big up yourselves, love for everyone for tuning in, love for you, man, for coming on. And we'll get another one popping off in the next week or so. And people in the comments, let us know what you think about it. Let us know. Drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe, share.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Show some love and let us know what you think. But yeah, from me and the gang, we out. Come on.
Bless up.
Yeah. All right, let me